Hey all, Board Game Rants here, where you'll find everything solo tabletop gaming and more. You see before you the expansion material for Dungeon Alliance, which I have recently busted out in an effort to relearn here. Let's dig in, do a little unboxing, a little overview of this material. So yeah, let's start here with the Dungeon Alliance Champions. Actually, if you bought the base game, I believe you already you have the opportunity to know a lot about it because it comes with these supplemental rules. The base game does, and in the back it says, here, hey, players who supported the Kickstarter version, blah blah blah, have this. But if you didn't support the Kickstarter, which I did not, I just bought this game retail, it says here's all the goodies you would get. And so I kind of know that there's going to be I believe there's going to be 4 new heroes and upgrades, and the deck of many treasures, and we got some big boss tiles and cards and opportunities here to create sort of an epic final battle and a deep dungeon final enemy room. So let's just get in here and verify that that's the case. All right, plastics off, and so we have a bunch more, looks like victory point tokens, much higher numbered victory point tokens, and like a big boss guy there, some sort of wall tile, more big bosses. Here we go. Here be some of the big bosses. What do we got? Let me take a look at this thing again here. We probably got a Titan. So one of these guys is a Titan, and we got a big old bad old dragon there, and some more, or these like mini little bosses. I don't know, they look pretty tough. Rolling right along, more victory point tokeny things, and these look like more of the same bad guys, except for here. This doesn't, these treasures don't look normal. I think these are mimics. That's what I think those are, because yeah, I remember something in here about there being some mimic tokens. 2 mimic tokens, so that must be what those things, I found a treasure. No, it's trying to eat me. So that's probably what those are. Here we go. Here's one of the big boss. Oh, double-sided. Big boss dungeon token tiles. And then we've got our 4 new characters here. Yeah. Very cool. Very sweet. And let's see here. Here's all our cards for probably everybody, as well as some deep dungeon final enemy room cards. Let's have a quick look in there. All right, open is this deck, deep dungeon final enemy room. So I guess we've got some encountery looking things here that look pretty involved, which is very cool. Ooh, we got a Titan. There's the Titan. And yeah, I think, having looked over the rules a little while ago, you kind of draw, as soon as you enter it, you draw a card, because it immediately has a defensive stance, and then you kind of have a clue as to what it's going to do attack-wise, but I don't know for sure about any of what I'm just saying there, so please disregard. Let's keep going, and the deck of many treasures. Kind of goodies here. The Rod of Opening. Open an adjacent secret door despite the enemy of presence. Potion of Invisibility. Okay, we got some cool things here. One of my main issues here with the base game, I recall, was just kind of how, I liked the game a lot. It just it wasn't really what I was expecting. I was expecting more theme and stuff. I think it just came across as kind of dry, and I'm hoping that this sort of adds a little moisture. So we'll see here. Deck of many treasures. Oh, quite a few. Very nice, very nice. Oh, there's the mimic. Okay, and then I think that this is probably going to be the character cards here for the new heroes. Very cool. And yeah, this does not come with any kind of rule book. So it's very much assuming, that you simply have the base game, which you have to have. So I have had the rule book for this expansion for like a year. And it's just finally gotten the material to join me here. So very cool. Let's take a look at these expansion packs here. The adventure packs. So as you can see, they don't come in like any kind of retail looking box here. It's just definitely just add-on packs, which I found kind of interesting. And I mean, so they certainly don't look pretty on the outside. There's some boxes here and it says what's in them. Let's go ahead now. If I shut this off real quickly, it means I've exposed some spoilerish material. So let's see what we got. Okay, well, that doesn't look like super spoilerish stuff here yet so far. Got, I really don't know much about these packs, but people are, from what I've read, just a little bit, because I've had this sitting here for about a week or so, and some other people broke into it well before that, and they're kind of raving about it. The one thing, so I'm excited to dig into it. I think this is certainly going to liven up the game for me a bit, and add lots of fun, cool, nifty stuff, because really, Dungeon Alliance is kind of you know, it's just more of a puzzly thing. It kind of, yeah, it's very, very tactical, very puzzly, and there's not much super like story to it. But this is all, I think, going to really add a lot of flavor as well as just meaningful, playable content. And so the one thing that has me concerned is that I'm not big on like campaign stuff. I always want to be, and I never can seem to get myself to just keep playing game after game in a campaign fashion, and I think that's what this thing is going to try and do. So there's that. If you want to have a look at that, you can pause and look closer for a bit. But yeah, that's we got quite a few cards, and this is 2 packs. This is Adventure Pack 1 and 2. We got some rules here. It looks pretty light on how to incorporate it, so that's nice. Not a whole big huge rule book to have to get to know. You got some campaign tokens that you can carry over, I think, and level up yourself there as you move on. Here we go with some new stuff. Okay. Well, it's an odd shaped room here. You know, you've got this I guess this is, you know, the normal tiles are like this. So here's a normal tile. So then, you know, and it comes in like this frame. You're supposed to do this frame around the thing. So I'm not too sure how all that's worked, but this is the normal size tile. And here's one of the newer ones that's really kind of, I'm interested to see how this all works together. But we got some new kinship. Is that new? Okay, no, I don't know what that is. I was thinking those were no treasure tiles, but we got some more, looks like different monsters. And okay, here's a normal looking tile where you put a #1 treasure token and a bad guy on. There's that bad guy right there. And okay, yeah, dungeon level 1. Yep, just like these over here from the base game. Dungeon level 1. Do they look sort of the same? No, they look sort of the same. Nope, no, not bad. Okay, moving on here. We got yup and yup, more goodies. Yup. Whoa, there's quite a bit in here. That's nice. That's good. Yeah, a lot of new looking creatures here too. A lot of new looking bad guys. So that's nice because you know, that's over here. You can see that was kind of all the bad guys right there. All those cards have the bad guys on them. And there was, you know, a handful of them. But it looks like these adventure packs are going to add a lot more creatures here with their own little powers. So that's exciting. Okay, so that's, you know, and I think I will not open into these because, yeah, I don't want to, you know, get into spoiler stuff. But I'm sure there's cards here for these monsters. And there's some sort of campaign element here and story card. I do not know how these are incorporated in the game, but there's a good stack. There's a good stack of cards there. You know, that's a lot of cards in that first adventure pack. All right, let's just take a quick, it's probably more of the same, but let's just have a look in here real quick. All right, I mean, one thing to be said about that, I mean, there's a lot packed into these. There's no room wasted. And, yeah, because in a day and age where expansions come with like 10 times the box size you need, you've got this, which, you know, one can be like, oh, why didn't it come in a retail thing? Well, I almost kind of prefer it to be like this, because I have a good chance of, you know, just fitting this pack maybe in that box. I don't know. I haven't messed around with it, but it's nice that it's like, it's literally the size it needs to be to fit the stuff it's got in it. Okay, yep, and it looks like kind of all the more of the same here. The Gilded Prison, to discuss this matter with the lady. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of reading into this and getting a little more involved in the game with a story that I just didn't feel like was there with the original. You know, a dungeon crawl to me is, yeah, doesn't have to have a magnificent story, but just something, and I just didn't feel like the other one really had enough for me, for my taste. Again, the game was fine, just I think this is going to bring it to that sweet spot for me. At least that's what I'm hoping. So again, here's another rule book. Same size, same looking thing, and then we got a little bit different looking tokens in this one. And again, this is the Adventure Pack 3 and 4. So some plus and minus things. I have no idea what those do. But then here are, okay, some more rooms here, and some more cool looking creatures. Yes. And some more plus minus-y tokeny thingies. Amethyst, Gold Archon, Alarm Stone. Cool fun stuff that maybe, you know, these are treasures that you find that are like have little powers to them. Now that would be cool. I you know, better than treasures that just give me XP. I prefer some cool stuff. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe wishful thinking here, but whatever. Okay, there we go. I think we're down to our last thing. Again, good. That's a lot of card material there. And that box was chock full of good stuff, as was that one, as was this one. And that is the scope of it, I think. It's time to get busy. I'm going to have a look-see and get into the Dungeon Alliance with all of its goodies. I am Board Game Rants. I appreciate you watching, and I'm out.